Listen to the message after the tone.
This message is being recorded. Robert J. Moore, regard to parcel number 018-148-00000, Crawford County, Wisconsin, Golden Crossing Road, whatever it is. All it was sought, I just had a communication with Mr. Michael Peterson, is three things are demanded. There's no invitation or request or anything else. Three things are demanded because evidently that's the only type of language that these individuals with whom I'm dealing in Crawford County, including Mr. Peterson, the other people for whose activity he is responsible, understand. Okay, that's it. So here's the demand. Number one, a confirmation that it would be futile for Robert J. Moore to continue to mitigate damages. There's no way that Crawford County and anyone else, the assessor or anyone else involved in this, is going to purchase that property at the $70,000 offer that Robert J. Moore, that is RJM, included in the email of November 29th at 1733, if RJM recalls it. There's a figure of $55,000 settlement offer in there, and that identifies which email it would be, okay? A confirmation is futile for number one, futile for continue and do anything more to mitigate damages. Number two, that any and all legal claims that existed before the consummation of the sale of this parcel would remain in existence after the consummation of the sale of the parcel, both in terms of any criminal liability, any criminal culpability, and or any breach of contract, and or any tort liability and culpability, criminal culpability, and or tort liability. Okay, that everything succeeds the consummation of the sale. Number three is that in regard to the $195 fee, that issue remains contested as well. So there's no that issue will succeed, whether or not that was legitimate or illegitimate, whether it's criminal or non-criminal, and whether or not it's tortious or non-tortious, that issue will remain in the same exact condition in which it was abiding prior to the consummation of this sale, if the sale is now consummated. Those are the confirmations that I need. The other issue is I'm now complaining because I did not get the opportunity to address the issue. I'm complaining I do not consent to the fact that I've never received a response to the Freedom of Information Act. I don't know how many months it's been. Has it been 15 months, 18 months, whatever? What is the position of Crawford County, Wisconsin in regard to the Freedom of Information Act that's been received? Okay, I'm petitioning the government for the redress of grievances under the First Amendment, okay, as the activity of this matter that's concerned is that provisions of that amendment are applicable through the incorporation provisions of the 14th Amendment due process clause to the activity of state actors and or political subdivision of a state actors. That's the constitutional rigging of this. When someone calls this number, the Corporation Council, this is not calling someone's private fiefdom, okay? There are constitutional matters that are implicated and constitutional protections that are implicated. So that's the function of, I don't know if this call, if that's my finger that just touched the thing. I need the mitigation damages, all those things that have just been delivered into this voicemail, and this has all been recorded, and also then the response to the Freedom of Information Act, and notice whether or not Crawford County under Mr. Peterson or anyone under Mr. Peterson's authority agrees to the $55,000 proposed release and satisfaction. Number one, that there'll be no objection to Robert J. Moore's petitioning for the revocation of the charter of Crawford County, Wisconsin. Number two, that a freezing of any and all pension funds to which any representative, Mr. Peterson and or anyone who's under his authority, that there are any and all pension funds which would allegedly be due him or any of the people underneath his authority would be frozen above the level of the Department of Health and Human Services poverty line at this juncture. Number three, that there's no criminal liability that has been in any way obviated, negated, or otherwise eliminated in regard to this matter. And number four is the $55,000 proposed release and satisfaction to a de facto Catholic education cause.